me. The only difference is here, bench seats that would. And the van, I did get, because the wall is kitchen countertop is turned. Each piece is pretty much custom to each position. So cut packs inside. It's a very well made bag. I'm gonna level it off and light it up. So here there is a wood tray here. It opens up, comes right out, and you can see there's your damper in there. This tray goes all the way in. There we go. Then the door shuts to the side, locks in. It's a nice setup. You can see how it opens and closes the air up here in the pipe damper. Paper, like a bunch of pieces of paper twisted up, kind of like in a little miniature log. Seem to do well. They light paper better, or light cardboard better. They like wood better. So we'll see if it holds true today. It takes the heat quicker. Got a little movement there. All right, here's a view of the stove on the floor. Now this pedestal here is going to be raised up, but it doesn't change the position in the ceiling where it's going to go through. So as we go up here, you can see it's a little bit crooked, but it's going to go right there. So this is the position I got to mark. I've got it close to the edge, but not too far. It's only a 4-inch hole, and that's a 3-inch pipe. So it's not too big. So it's just going to be right. I wanted to keep it away from the vent, but I couldn't go too far because there's the curve for the outside edge of the actual top of the van. So it's fiberglass, and this is the wood in the ceiling. So I've got to drill through the wood first, then into the fiberglass, and then go up top and drill back down and cut the hole. That's the plan. Let's see if it works. All right, so I've got the hole marked. Now that, again, this is cut to there. This is the center of the hole, and the pipe is actually 3.76 inches. So it's not even 3 inches yet. And the actual hole it's going to be cut through is going to be 4 inches. So there's going to be play on either side of the pipe when it goes up. So I have what's called a sealing thimble that will go in there and act as a metal wall as a heat barrier to help funnel heat up. And it'll act as a ring around the ceiling to work against too much heat that may go up there. And then we have a deck plate that's going to go on top. I'll show you that in a minute. And that's going to seal it down from above. So the reason I'm going with this route is because this is a portable stove. It's designed to be taken down and put up. And I didn't want to have a full-on stove that is going to take up real estate in the van permanently. So this case here, the Pomoly stove folds up, the chimney goes inside the stove, and I can put it in this storage bag and I can put it out of the way. And I still have this open space. And in the cold months, put it back up, run the chimney up through, boom, it works. So on the top side, the deck plate has a screw top with an O-ring inside, so that'll seal and become totally watertight. So it'll work against the elements when I pull out the pipe. It'll seal right off. So pretty excited to give this a whirl. I've only got one shot. Here we go. Got a hole drilled to the ceiling. I've scored it. Now I'm going to cut through. So now what I'll do is I'll take the insulation out and push back it further to where I think it'll be safe. The insulation is good for 2,000 degrees, so I'm not too really worried. This stovepipe is not going to get that hot. The plywood above it is good for, I think it's 450 degrees. But, you know, you can't trust everything, so I'm still going to have that sealing thimble in there. So between the thimble, the insulation boom pushback, and the fiberglass, I believe, is for 1,000 degrees as well. So this stove is not going to burn that hot ever. So I'm pretty certain it's going to be okay. Now I'm going to go up to the top and cut the hole through from the top. Now the problem is with this 4-inch diameter circle saw or hole saw, is it's exactly 4 inches. However, the deck plate is a little more than that. So after I cut the hole through the fiberglass with this circle saw, I then have to turn around and get the jigsaw out and trim it a little bit wider to accommodate the deck plate sliding through. So show you the deck, well, we'll show you that when I get up there. See you in a bit. Oh, damn. So, gonna have to cover it up a little bit, charge the battery, and get back at it. There we go. So what I'm gonna do now is take off the top. So you see this O-ring is that helps keep it waterproof once it's screwed in. It threads right in, nice and snug and tight. Now, because this is a little wider, I gotta center this. Sure wish this hole saw was the right diameter. It's so close. Now, I'm gonna take a felt pen and mark on the underside where I need to now cut with the jigsaw. This is tricky. So now, yeah. So now after this hole is completed, I'll take the jigsaw and I'll begin cutting around in that bigger hole so the deck plate will drop right in. Round 2. Let's hope we get her done. Round 2, there she is. Let's look inside the hole. That's good. Right on. Perfect. Well, it went a little wide at that one spot there, but it actually turned out to be just right. There you have it. The flow works in mysterious ways. So there's the hole. There's the deck plate. Now I'll pre-drill these holes for the little bolts, strip off the tape, and then put it in the caulking, put the deck plate down, and go underneath and tighten those little bolts into position and put on the cap. That needs to sit for 24 hours to get, you know, the most adhesion going on, but it's complete as far as that's concerned once that's done. So that's pretty good. So here we go. Now let's test that with the ring. One more time. Make sure those holes line up. Yep, they do. Nice. Okay, so the finished bit. I put a little extra caulking on the front side because that's the area that gets the most wind and rain when driving forward. So the cure time is 24 hours. So that's why I wanted to get this done today, because when the ceiling thimble comes in tomorrow, I'll be able to put that up from underneath and it'll fit the position that I want it to. That was not planned. And comes right out when I want to take it apart. So the holes up here, this is all snug and all around there. You can kind of see it up inside. Okay, now when I pull it back, underneath here, oops, other way. Probably have to do it from above. I snugged it pretty tight last time. Yeah. So what'll happen is this will go straight up. Actually, I'll probably do it this way here, and then slide that in. Now this is touching across right about here. It's just leaning. The pipe just leans and touches this part of the wall. But once I get the top piece in and the silicone flap into position, then this will be a little bit more centered. It still might lean over a little bit. There's not a lot I can do about it unless I put some bracing from the sides to the wall, which I'm not planning on doing because this is about putting it up and taking it down seasonally. But we'll see. We may have to improvise our plan a little bit and adjust things. It's always about improvising. So right now I'm gonna go up top, feed the pipe through the top and get that position, put the silicone mat in that prevents rain from coming down, and then it'll be sealed off and ready for a burn for tonight. So we have here my yoga block stand with a step stool on it. That's going to allow me to go up top and reach in from above. I'll take off the cap, and then with the cap I'll put in this bottom part of the stovepipe that goes into the top part that's going into the hole. This silicone flap goes over top of the hole up top, prevents rain from coming through. So here we go. Step one, take the cap off. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm opening the cap, trying to open the cap. There we go. Now it comes up. Inside we can see how The little ring fits. Now, next step is stovepipe. Comes in. There's two flaps on this. One's a big one and one's the top one that fits real tight to the stovepipe. So I'm going to slide this in. There's the stovepipe right there. Slips right into position. Changing angles. Now the flap is down. The silicone one is nice and secure. Yeah, it goes in really tight there. There we go. Rain can't get in from either. They're both sealed tight. This one's just a little tighter, so I decided to snug it in because there was an extra piece there. So now, when it rains, we've got a good seal all the way around. There you have it.